Sarah Fox. I'm a graphic designer, and the title of my talk is A Shark by Design. And I can't memorize things, so I'm reading it. It's also things that I would have liked to learn from sharks, and my fonts didn't load. I'm quite a shy person, but I wasn't always. And when I was in school, I was actually described as very big-mouthed, and all of my report cards complained that I never shut up. And that happened until I was a teenager, and then there wasn't a peep out of me for about 10 years, maybe. So the reason I'm doing this Ignite talk is not because I like public speaking, but because I really, really, really hate it. So creative work is difficult, and I think you do it because you have to, because you can't imagine your life doing anything else. But there's a long, long period where your taste and ambition far exceed your skill set, and you create a lot of other shite. This is when most people decide to do something else, but the stubborn, haber-headed people carry on, and they practice, and they learn, and they get better. So we need to find the strength to carry on, and I propose that we look to sharks for this kind of strength. Sharks are at the top of the food chain in the ocean. They're remarkable, beautiful creatures and efficient killers who bring misguided terror to people around the world. I've been obsessed with them my whole life and actually never thought to make them my role models. First point, as part of their streamlined design, most of the larger species of shark need to keep moving in order to breathe. They take water in through their gills, through their mouths, and then the water passes over their gills. If they stop moving, they drown and die. And I say that we're living in a world that's going through dramatic and constant change. And while it would be excessive to say that if we stop moving, we'd die, it's still important to remember that if we don't continue to grow and learn and develop, we'll be left behind. Sharks have an extraordinary sense of smell and able to sense blood in the water from miles away. And hammerhead sharks can detect electrical currents through their amazing heads. Once they find what they're looking for, they really go for it. So am I on the constant lookout for new experiences, or am I chickening out of things I find a little bit scary? I really need to change the way I think in this regard. So problems have to become opportunities, and fears have to become challenges. Sharks well deserve their place at the top of the food chain. They have rows of razor-sharp teeth and a streamlined body that's built for speed, and the ability to detect prey from a distance make them very effective hunters, and they look as cool as shit. How am I equipped for the career that I've chosen? Have I done the right courses? Do I have the right skills? Do I trust my instincts? I need to have faith in my ability and a love for the job that I'm doing. Everybody has fears, even sharks. Somewhat surprisingly, sharks are afraid of dolphins. But in many cases, fears and anxieties are simply not rational, and they block us from moving forward. So most things that can go terribly wrong may be possible, but probably won't happen. So learn the facts about the things that scare you in order to put these fears in perspective. And don't be scared of sharks. Remember, the sharks kill fewer than 10 people a year in the whole world, and they're more likely to be killed by us than we are to them. Sharks have 6 senses, and as predators, they use them all to their advantage every day. They always know what's happening around them, and they react accordingly. They only eat when they're hungry, and they never overdo it, contrary to popular belief. We don't have 6 senses, but we should be using all of our 5 to their fullest to help us stay mentally and physically healthy. If your back is hunched, your eyes are little pinpricks, and you need an 8th coffee to keep working, it's time to close the laptop. Sharks have a bad rep, a lot of which is due to unfair and dangerously misleading portrayals in popular culture, but it's also because they look super badass. They're the ninja of the animal kingdom. Like, look at them, they're deadly. While it's amazing to bring passion and emotion into your creative work, this needs to be left at home during things like client meetings. So leave the emotions at home and bring your shark eyes. Clients shouldn't make you cry, it's only fucking design. Most of this advice is actually a pep talk for myself that I need to give myself from time to time. Not every problem has the same solution, but strength and confidence are great starting points. The best part of this career is that it's always changing and there's always room to learn and grow. And sharks are amazing creatures, and they can remind us to never stop moving, to never miss an opportunity, and to equip ourselves for success. So now I just have to learn how to take my own advice. Thanks.